Sorry guys, I'm just trying to set up another video on my camera. It's not letting me do its job. Create post. Go away. Oh, there we go. It doesn't want me to put on the topic. I tried to put on topic, it just wouldn't let me do it. Okay, hello guys. My name is Kevin from Center of Balance, Dinsdale, Hamilton. And today I'm doing another live talk on skin rashes. We're going to examine the skin rashes from Western medicine's perspective as well as Chinese medicine's perspective. Let's get into it. So, skin rashes are quite common. Modern medicine believes that as long as the skin appears red, itchy, and pimply, all can be called rash or rashes. According to the shape of the rash, it can be divided into flat patches, protruding papules, blisters containing transparent tissue fluid, pustules containing yellow fluid, cysts, and urticaria. So common rashes are such as eczema, also known as various dermatitis, contact dermatitis caused by allergies. Some people are even allergic to specific medications such as antibiotics and painkillers. Plaques or protruding papules appear after taking the medication, and the rash gradually subsides after stopping the medication. There's also a chance of rashes following viral infections. Chickenpox and herpes zosters used to be common in the old days. And modern medicine has found that during the coronavirus pandemic, 21% of COVID patients had rashes as their only symptom. Quite interesting. The most common is urticaria, or most of which are acute. There will be a rash on the body and very itchy. Usually disappears naturally, but some people will have chronic urticaria, which occurs repeatedly over a long period of time. The causes of rashes are commonly unknown, usually related to complex immune system syndrome. So there are many reasons that can induce a rash, such as mood, stress, environmental changes, drugs, allergies, etc. When induced, the body's immune system begins to release histamine, which makes the blood vessel permeable and a rash appears on the body. In the case of urticaria, for example, treatment is usually relieved by oral or injectable antihistamines. Many people are troubled by the appearance of rash and fail to find the reasons why it occurs. This is because this has to do with the mysterious immune system of the body, and we can gain a better understanding by observing the meridian system. Since the meridian system itself is a mysterious phenomenon and concept, understanding the meridian system may provide valuable insights and shed light to this topic. So let's have a look at the skin rashes from a TCM or traditional Chinese medicine's perspective. So traditional Chinese medicine records of rashes are very rich. Many terms are abstract and difficult to understand, and the treatment is also very complicated. From clinical observations, the meridian pattern of rash patients are actually quite complex. So I will be discussing some of the patterns and syndromes in from the Chinese medicine's perspective. So the first one I will talk about is abnormal lung meridian or abnormality in the lung, large intestine, and Sanjiao meridians. So traditional Chinese medicine often mentions lung governs the skin, And itchy is a sign of wind, okay? Wind, I have to explain here, it means it runs around. The symptom, for example, it can be itchy skin or pain. That runs around the whole body and doesn't stay in one particular place. And that's what we coin as wind in Chinese medicine. So itchy is a sign of wind, okay? Anyway, when it comes to the skin problem, it is inseparable from the concept of lung meridian and the large intestine meridian and wind. So this will be the first place to tackle the rashes. In the hot seasons, it is very hot, so there will be skin diseases due to wind heat. And in the cold seasons, it is cold, so skin disorders will occur because of wind cold. Okay, due to wind heat in summer, it is usually accompanied by dampness. Therefore, eczema is the most common form of summer skin disease. Traditional Chinese medicine often use 消风散. It means to make the wind disappear, the decoction that makes wind disappear, to treat this type of rash. Despite the cold winter weather, the rashes tend to be red and swollen. Sorry, I just got sidetracked. Just let me backtrack a bit. Okay, so in the summer you have 消风散. You use 消风散 to get damp heat out from your body that's causing the skin rash. In the winter, despite the cold winter weather, the rashes tend to be red and swollen. So red and swollen in Chinese medicine usually, in the usual case means there's heat. But in this case, why is there heat in the winter season as well? So in the classics, 伤寒论 explains that this is due to wind cold stuck in the exterior surface of the body in the 太阳 channel. 太阳 means the lung and the bladder meridian. So you can see the bladder meridian covers the whole back. So it's the first defense from the external evils invading the body, particularly hot and cold, heat and cold. If they're trying to invade the body, the first meridian system they have to get through is the bladder meridian, and also the lung meridian, which is on the hand. Okay, they have to invade through the lung meridian as well, because the lung meridian we say is a 焦脏, which means it's a weak organ or very an organ that is 焦 means not strong. Okay, so it has to be protected. That's why the diseases or bacterial or viruses often can get through the nose and cause a cold. Okay. Okay, 伤寒论, the classics explains that this is due to wind cold stuck in the exterior surface of the body, causing the rash or the red and swollen rash. Okay, in the 太阳 channel. And the nutritive qi and defensive qi are not harmonious, causing itchiness. Okay, using 桂枝麻黄 decoction, 桂枝麻黄汤. Okay, 桂枝 and 麻黄 is very good for external cold, or for example, if you contract cold, 桂枝 and 麻黄 are very well-known medicines for treating, acute, if you have cold symptoms. Okay, and 桂枝麻黄 decoction can promote sweating, that to alleviate this type of skin problem. Sometimes there is no need to take medicine at all. Some people use a blow dryer on the lung meridian and the large intestine meridian and the triple jiao or the triple burner meridian, and the warmth can help regulate the meridians and promote circulations. and the rash disappears without the help of any medication. This is why it is possible to treat skin disease using meridian therapy, such as acupuncture, massage, and cupping. In fact, it can also almost be said that the rashes are typical cold sequela. If one uses 伤寒论 theory to treat cold at its onset, it can eliminate the possibility of the development of skin disease. The second type of syndrome is the abnormality that's happening in the liver, spleen, and bladder meridian. In terms of treating chronic skin diseases, we also need to consider liver and spleen meridian, and not just simply the lung and large intestine meridian. Okay. You can use liver to dredge the heat. You can use liver dredging and heat clearing formulas in the summer, and the most commonly used is 龙胆泻肝汤, is to dredge the heat in the liver meridian, or use liver dredging and nourishing the liver blood formula in the winter. The most used formula is called 小柴胡汤 plus 四物汤, which nourishes the blood. So this is because traditional Chinese medicine often mention the phenomenon of blood deficiency causing itchy skin. The traditional thinking is that to cure the wind, one must cure the blood. Once the blood is abundant and flowing, the wind itself will self-extinguish. The most commonly used formula is 当归银子. Okay, so 当归 is also a very famous herbal Chinese herb. It can nourish the blood. Okay. However, for the best effect in treating rashes, by taking Chinese herbal medicine alone often won't be effective enough or fast enough. So the herbal formula are best combined with meridian therapy for best results. The third type of syndrome is what we call abnormality in the heart and pericardium meridian. Since ancient times, the yellow emperors in the classics have mentioned that all kinds of pain and itchy sores belongs to the heart. So the rash of the whole body is related to the heart in theory of Chinese medicine. Because the heart belongs to fire in the 5-element theory, the ancient book such as 医中经鉴 use bitter cold drugs such as 泻心汤 to treat eczema. So 泻心汤 is to dredge the fire in the heart meridian. The school of epidemic febrile disease of traditional Chinese medicine also mentions the concept of heat entering the nutritive blood. The heat causing the heat to damage the blood meridian and causing the blood to spill out, and therefore rash appears. So these are the 3 types of syndromes causing rashes in Chinese medicine. I'm going to give you, in the following few minutes, I'm going to give you some advice on how to avoid getting rashes. So the first tip is to avoid using soap. Dermatitis, eczema patients are most afraid of irritation. So soap especially is alkaline. So the chemical of alkaline can irritate the skin, which will make the lesions worse. The second point is to avoid scratching. Okay, so if you're itchy, try not to scratch, because if the skin is constantly irritated, the result will be the skin area of where it's itchy. After you scratch a long time, lesions will start to occur, and the skin will start to thicken and get rougher, and that's what we call a lichenification. Okay, and it can also cause infection if you scratch it too much. Third point is avoid irritating foods such as wine, strong tea, pepper, coffee, etc. It will make the itch worse and should be avoided. Number 4, avoid hot water. Some patients with itchy skin will use hot water, which can result in dilation of the capillaries in the skin and increase redness and swelling. So it will also cause, so that will actually make the skin disease worse, more serious. The fifth point is to avoid taking too many types of medication. So if you use drugs indiscriminately, just putting them on and trying which one that works best, oftentimes it can be counterproductive and cause the aggravation of the skin. So try not to be too eager and try all the medicines that's out there to cure your skin problem. Next, I'll give you a few points to massage. So the first point is called 取池. Okay, where's 取池? It has the effect of heat clearing and reduce red and swollen and itchy symptoms. So 取池 is located on the lateral side of your arm, on where you bend your elbow. It's the crease here. So you can see a crease here when I bend my elbow, and it's just at the end of the crease. And so you can press there. You can feel it's quite deep and hollow and sore. Sometimes you get a problem there. So massaging this can help. Just massage 30 seconds to a minute each time, and do that regularly throughout the day, maybe 3 or 4 times. Okay, and 风池风池, no, that's probably not. I don't want to give you that point because it's a little bit harder to massage. You can try 劳宫. Okay, so 劳宫 is located in the palm between the index finger and the second and the third metacarpal bones. So sort of here-ish. Okay, in the palm. Okay, so you can do the same, massage it. So what can 劳宫 do? It can clear heat in the heart and the stomach, and it has some effect to it's said that it can clear some of the skin rashes. Okay, it has that effect. And one other point I want to give you is 血海. Okay, 血海 is actually located on the inner side of your thigh, about 3 fingers. 3 fingers above your knee. Your kneecap is here, the top of your kneecap, and you put 3 fingers there. Okay, it's about there-ish. It's about there-ish. And when you press it, it should feel quite sore and distending. And give that a rub. And what can 血海 do? It can tonify the blood. So 血 is blood, 海 is sea. So we call this point the sea of blood. So if you massage that regularly, it has really good function to tonify and help you nourish your blood. Okay, so you can try those at home and see if they help. And this is the end of the talk today. My name is Kevin from Center Balance. If you enjoyed my talk, please leave a comment and leave a thumb up. Can you please also refer any people who may need our help? Our number is 078467956. Also, if you need our help, you're more than welcome to call us and seek out advice. Thank you very much for listening, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.